According to the novel Fast Food Nation by Eric Scholzer, every day in the United States, roughly 200,000 people are sickened by a foodborne disease, 900 are hospitalized, and 14 die. Salmonella causes intestinal diseases in the human body. This type of bacteria causes food poisoning and damages intestinal cells, making the body unable to normally absorb and retain fluids. Salmonella is usually ingested into the body in food and water. In food, it can be in uncooked eggs and also undercooked chicken. A nationwide study published by the United States Department of Agriculture found that 7.5 of the ground beef samples taken at processing plants were contaminated with Salmonella. Some of the symptoms of Salmonella infection is usually caused by eating raw or undercooked meat, poultry, eggs, or egg products. Also, in the same USDA study, they found that 53.3 were contaminated with Clostridium perfringens, which is one of the most common causes of food poisoning in the United States. And according to some estimates, this bacteria causes nearly 1 million illnesses each year. The main symptoms of an E. coli 0157H7 infection are bloody diarrhea, stomach cramps, nausea, and vomiting. Let's take a trip to Toti's Pupuseria and see how they clean their food and keep their area sanitary.
How do you prepare the meat so it doesn't have the bacteria before you give it to the customer? Before you prepare any meat, everything must be clean. The cutting board must be clean. The cutting board should be white or red, specifically for meat. The knife must be completely clean. Gloves can be used. If the meat is cooked in water, then the water just needs to be washed. The surrounding area must be clean, only meat. All items must be removed to avoid cross-contamination. For all the different foods used, different knives must be used, and to not contaminate each other. Meat must not be exposed to heat for a long period. Once out of the freezer, it must be immediately cooked. That is when bacteria grows. Thank you very much.
To make sure that everything is sanitary.
Well, the first thing I do is all the time is wash my hands. I like to use paper towels instead of cloth towels. I just start my cooking. Like when you're handling meat, poultry, fish, eggs are pretty sensitive as well, as getting diseases and stuff like that. So I'm very, very cautious every time. And yes, I do wash my hands a lot. Every time you handle any type of, food, raw meat, even eggs are known as getting salmonella and, all that type of stuff.
And even though you don't work at a restaurant where you'll be serving food to customers, why is it so important that you make sure that your meat is clean and that your area for preparation is clean, as well as your eggs fully cooked and your meat fully cooked when it is clean?
I'm feeding all this to my family, my husband and my kids, and of course I don't want them to get sick from all the bacteria because the food is not cooked well or long enough, and I just try to do the best I can on washing hands and cleaning the areas constantly.
So even though at a restaurant they are cooking to feed multiple customers, in the house it's no different. So always remember to keep your kitchen, hands, and meat clean, don't leave any food undercooked, and avoid bacterial diseases.